the night the costumes didn't fool anyone. It was Halloween night just 2 years ago, when I was 22. After a long, draining day of running a community festival, complete with costume contests and parents versus kids dodgeball, I was ready to crash. But around 6:30 p.m., my little sister Savannah called. She and my nephew Jackson, 11, needed me to take them trick-or-treating. The other adults were too tired. Reluctantly, I agreed. Jackson was a fierce Sub-Zero, and Savannah was nailing the pale, brooding look of Raven from Teen Titans. I took them to a bustling neighborhood, the kind where every house was handing out fistfuls of treats. The night was fun, filled with happy kids, and even an eccentric old man who was grilling hot dogs instead of handing out candy. It was on the walk back to the car, about 10 minutes away, that the mood shifted. The streets were quieter now. I looked across the street and spotted a figure standing motionless in a dark yard. They were entirely cloaked in black, wearing a hooded garment and a mask, a shadow where a person should be. I told Savannah and Jackson to stay close, whispering about the suspicious person. Jackson chuckled, thinking it was a decoration. Savannah, however, grew tense. She knew I carried a Glock in my backpack, and my serious tone alarmed her. We kept walking, but I could feel that person watching us. Then I heard it. Heavy, slow bootsteps hitting the pavement behind us. I glanced back and saw the same figure, now much closer and clearer. The costume was a black, full tactical outfit, complete with a vest and boots, all topped by a smooth, faceless spandex mask. This was not a prank. "They're following us," I whispered. "Don't stop, don't look back. Just keep your composure." We reached the car, but the person was still advancing. I pulled out my Glock, pointed it, and demanded to know why they were following us. The figure immediately raised their hands, then slowly pulled the mask off. It was a woman in her 30s. She stared at me, then claimed in a strange, robotic tone to be an undercover cop investigating a break-in. "You looked at me funny, so I assumed you were the one who did it." "Lower your weapon or you'll be arrested," she said. Her story was full of holes. Why the cloak? Why the tactical gear for an alleged break-in? Why was she facing the street and not the house? But I lowered the weapon. I didn't want to escalate the situation with the kids present. I pressed her on the contradictions. Her malicious, irritated stare was all the answer I got. Then she smiled, a truly unsettling, creepy grin, and said, "If you didn't have that gun, this night would have ended a hell of a lot different for you." As she finished, I saw 4 more figures silently emerge from between the houses. They were also in tactical gear, moving with blank, emotionless faces. I yelled for Savannah and Jackson to get in the car. I jumped into the driver's seat and sped off, the woman still standing there, smiling. The car ride home was silent. The fear of the encounter was quickly replaced by a chilling realization. This wasn't random. A few days later, a text arrived from an unknown number. It was a photo of my car, taken in the parking lot of my apartment complex. They knew where I lived. My own small investigation confirmed the woman was lying. The homeowner reported no break-in that night. Whoever they were an organized, dangerous group who had targeted us. My being armed had disrupted their plan. 2 years later, I've had therapy and installed security cameras. Nothing else has happened since that picture. But the lesson remains. Always pay attention to your surroundings. That night taught me that sometimes the real threats are the ones wearing the most carefully planned costumes.